So what's going to happen in the Age of Restraint? Definitely a very different era of time, given the flying saucer. Unless that's from the sci-fi story that we saw at a movie theater once. Witness the Age of Restraint, in which an ancient society cracks down on dangerous technology. Oh, 4 chapters, I guess? Fruits of Disobedience. A tragic occurrence in an ancient orchard. Yeah, it seems like sci-fi stuff. I wonder if this is a genuine distant future thingy, or if this is like the setting of the movie we saw at the drive-in. Be calm, Father. I'll miss Lurum as much as you will. Aren't they simply ensuring that the truth is revealed? Lurum. Why the Yeldas should inherit the orchards. My brother is lazy. His wife is disrespectful. My nephew is useless. All 3 Lurvels have yet to prove their worth in the orchards. My parents will see truth soon enough. Property of Nada Yelda. The Yeldas and their Lurvels. So my brother, his wife, and my nephew. Yeah, that would all be the other family. Okay. Yelda versus Lurvels. We don't know if any of them are named Lurum or not. My son was just killed, and they raid my orchards and strap us in Veridolas like we're liars. They raid my orchards and strap us in Veridolas. Primary search result for Veridolas is a Case of the Golden Idol subreddit post, so gonna assume that's a made-up word. So this guy's son was just killed. My colleagues are interviewing your family members separately. Please recount your day to me. Glowing green gem in their forehead. I went to the glut fruit orchard with my grandfather for the harvest. What else is there to say? I harvested glut fruit. Red and green gem on forehead. Theirs just goes green, probably because they're not stressed out. Theirs is just green. Theirs is just red. Aren't they simply ensuring the truth is revealed? This, they mean the interviews about the murder. My first gut reflex, though, is that the gems would indicate mood in some way. So the fact that the guy whose son was just killed has a green gem makes me wonder if he's not really actually reacting to that. And is kind of faking his reaction. But that might not be what the gems mean at all. I think that might be where the son was just killed. It's just meat shoes here next to a destroyed tree, I think. Did these harvest glut fruit? There's a purple setting and a peace looking setting. That's the setting of, oh, that looks like the symbol of the cult, right? Before giving your testimony, let's make sure your temporary Veridola is calibrated. Repeat after me. I am a sentinel. I am not a sentinel. The canal is pink. The canal is blue. Okay. That's a Veridola. So a Veridola is a forehead gem that seems to say if you're telling the truth or not. The canal is pink. So this guy is a sentinel. The canal is pink. I am not a sentinel. Canal is blue are lies. My son was just killed as the truth, so his thing is green. I'll miss Lurm as much as you will is a lie. Quite a thing to give away. Whoops. My colleagues are interviewing your family members separately. So all green statements are true and all red statements are lies. I went to the glut fruit orchard with my grandfather for the harvest. That was true. I harvested glut fruit. That was a lie. He got that close to phrasing it in a way that makes it sound... He is getting away with a statement that would have been phrased as true and implied a lie was true. And he almost got away with it, but he said I harvested glut fruit on its own, and that's shown red as a lie. I am a sentinel. I am not a sentinel. The canal is pink. The canal is blue. Sir, the family members with me in the spite fruit orchard used only our approved tools today, and everyone stayed in their assigned orchards. Okay, so everyone was only using their approved tools and everyone was in their orchard, but is one of the approved tools a functioning murder weapon? Also, spite fruit, what a name. Lemuria, if we finish before your uncle and aunt today and prove that Yeldas are the lifeblood of these orchards, I will take you to a Spieldance for performance. Do not disappoint me, son. So that's Lomori. So Lurim is the son that died. And this family is competitive with the other ones. Okay, we've seen you before, right? I wish I could immediately recognize everyone that I've seen before. Actually, have I seen you before, or are you just on the... I don't know if I've seen him before, or if he's just the guy that's on the DLC's thumbnail. So you deny that misuse was behind this. Raska, be forthcoming with information. Nobody will be punished. Red, lie. Technological abuse report, no, 972013. Offense, violation of national restraint policy. Location, Tanska Orchard, Xenopolis. Evidence, fused organic matter. Culprit to be determined. Punishment, memory removal. Old memory? Like reset the person entirely so that they aren't the same person anymore that did the crime? Because if you remove the memory of if you just remove the memory of them doing the crime, that doesn't sound very effective at anything. It seems that they're probably using the golden idol technology because that technology let you give and take memories. See? The range is short and its uses are limited. My children and I obeyed the charter with exactness. I assume my husband, Tanis, told you the same thing. In the garage? Uh-oh. Well, this is weird. So this person seems unwell. The fused matter of an entire person, it looks like. And then here, just like something is just appearing infinitely in one spot over and over again. From there. Like a portal from here to there, maybe? That's what those are. No one did. Okay, let's have somebody else's response first. An approved harvester could not have caused this atrocity. Which of you broke the charter? No one did. Please let us grieve in peace. Whatever happened today was an accident. Where did you take my son? This person's revealing that they know that someone did break the charter, even though whatever happened today was an accident. So as far as they know, what happened today was not an intentional murder via circumventing weapon laws, but they know that some kind of law has been circumvented. Your son is being questioned in the spite fruit orchard. This is all standard procedure for our investigations. Why do you fear us? It's all green. Lurvel handles a glut fruit. That sounds like a freaking Dr. Seuss chapter. Tunska family orchards voted best fruit planters in Lemuria. That's a glut fruit. These are glut fruits. Modified tine requires modified safeguard to work. I'll need to adjust that as well then. It will be so much more efficient. Better reach means quicker work. I'll test it today. I'll prove that Nada is wrong about me. So someone, to prove a point, was augmenting their tool to make it stronger and it became a weapon, maybe? Or it malfunctioned and backfired? Tavik II and Marina Frebo have joined hands in marriage. In line with the Lemurian tradition, their new family will be Tavrina. The new family name will be. Their family name will be their first names joined together? Like a ship? Like shipping? Tavik, Marina, Tavrina. So not their last names. Wild outfit. She's in an absolutely wild dress. What in the world? Safety charter approved by Sentinels. Farmers may only use approved harvesters. Shut up. Compromising 1. Neck extendable for use on bait fruit plants. 2. Tine keeps raise range to about a hand's length. 3. Pharaoh corresponds to a specific bin's portal. 4. Transmitter pointed at ground during use. 5. Grip for holding. 6. Safeguard supplied by Sentinels. These numbers seem like they would indicate parts of a diagram, but there's no diagram going with it. Safeguard supplied by Sentinels prevents targeting of any matter except for fruit. Prevents invalid harvester configurations. So somebody tinkered with the safeguard so they could change the tine to increase the length. So they wanted to be able to work more efficiently, but in doing so, they fucked with the safeguard that makes sure that doesn't work on people, and so it destroyed a person. Yeah. This person fucked up. And now they're here. The man is not breathing, you don't say. Harvest day assignments: glut fruit, Etham Tanis, spite fruit, Nada Lemuri Raska, bait fruit, Lurvel. And now we need to try to unpack this mess. Okay, 3 fruit names. So that's a glut fruit. Yep. So I need to separate spite fruit and bait fruit. These are wild names. That's a glut fruit field. They died with the purpley stuff, pink stuff. That's the yellow stuff. Over here is the yellow stuff. Went to the glut fruit to harvest glut fruit, didn't harvest glut fruit. You have a gun set to the peace thing. Your guns are identical. Yours has a dot, and yours has a triangle. So this person was in the spite fruit orchard. I believe that means spite fruit is red. And bait fruit is yellow. No. Got those backwards apparently. Can't rely on them on just them being currently standing in the place that they're naming. Damn it. Oh well, we got there, I guess. So 2 people are assigned to glut fruit, 3 to spite fruit, 2 to bait fruit. Bait fruit is red. This guy was clearly with the bait fruit. Because he's the one that died there. Yeah, we need to work on the list of names. Lervel. Yes, the murder victim. So his name is just straight up given at that point. Where did you take my son? So I just say, so I'm not naming people, I'm saying how they're related. So that's his parent. Your son is being questioned in the spite fruit orchard. Spite fruit's yellow, so someone's being questioned in the yellow. So that's the son. So I think this person is then the dead person's cousin? Sibling. Aunt, uncle, spouse, parent, sibling, nephew, grandparent, child. Tanis is your husband. Okay, names. Luravel. Do you need to be working on both these at once? Trying to come up with the screen space to work with this stuff is funny. Jesus. So I think this is Tanis, the husband. I think these two are the married couple. They just look like they're the same age and stuff. Raska. And that's the case, and these are the Lurvels. And this guy's a Yelda. My brother is lazy, his wife is disrespectful, my nephew is useless. Right. They don't have the same name system that we do, so they're not Lurvels. All 3 Lurvels have yet to prove their worth in the orchards. My parents will see the truth soon enough. So you're a Yelda. And yeah, this is their father, so they have a different name. Because their names are done by merging two names together. Lervel, Yelda. Does this make you nada? Tavik Marina. So it's the first half of the male name and the second half of the female name. Specifically. So Lervel means someone am. Is it Etham? Lervel. That's just Vel. Lervel would be married to Vel, so it'd be a Lervel. Wild. Where'd you take my son? There's only 3 Lervels. Okay, yeah, he's blonde. Right, so this isn't his, this isn't the eldest son, this is Lervel's son. So Lervel, so this is Vel Lervel. And these are... This must be the Yeldas, because there's like nobody left. Tanska Orchards. So are the parents named Tanska? So Tanska, yeah, that makes sense. Because of the names being split. Yelda, so Nada would be the wife's name. Where's the name Yel though for Yelda? Lemuria. Right, this is the son. This is a kid. It's a very wrinkly looking kid. So it's Lemuria. Lemuria Yelda. So I need Lurum's son's name and Lemuria's dad's name. Which should be like Yell something, right? Is that dad? I don't know, I can't at a glance tell anyone's gender or age in this in this art style. Everyone's just kind of wrinkly. Property of Nada Yelda. So that must be Yada. This is the wife? Is the second half of the name? Alright, so what is this kid's name? There's no logic to how kids are named, right? Like their first name. So we have this list of names to go off of. Etham, Tanis, Nada Lamori Raska, Lermanvel, Etham and Tanis. So it's Etham Lervel. Okay, we have everyone's names. And in the process of figuring that out, I probably figured out most people's familial relationships by now. Maybe. So that's his nephew, because this guy's older, a bit older. Nada. So you two are both the parents. That's the nephew. This is his spouse. This is his child. Uncle, parent, sibling. It said my brother, yeah. My brother's family is trash and whatnot. Okay. It's in the orchards. At this point we can tell who's who. So bait fruit is red. So it's Lerm and Vel. So he was farming with his own wife. Unless somebody did something with a massively different range, it seems like maybe the wife killed him by accident with a modified tool. Or maybe she thought she could modify it to outperform or something. Spite fruit should be not a Lemurian Raska. Lerman Vel. Oops. Etham and Tanis. Okay. And he said that he went for glut fruit, yeah. But he didn't harvest glut fruit. I think Etham killed him. Yeah. So somewhere there's a gun that's actively harvesting right now, but it's going to the wrong one, which is this one right here. So they're using it on the wrong plants right now. It's going into the wrong vat. Every gun we see has a little piece thing on it. But that one in the bushes has the purple thingy on it. That one also has the piece thingy on it. So this one uniquely has this, and this bit popped off and that one's put on. So I think the kid wanted to help his family competitively, and he fired at this tree over here from the other zone. He was in the zone he was supposed to be in, but he was trying to harvest the one that his parents were working on to try to make their numbers look better, basically, and make them look like they were doing better. And that's why this part is, I went to the glut fruit orchard with my grandfather for the harvest. I harvested glut fruit. The part about glut fruit's the lie, despite being with the glut fruit. So he was doing it at range, and he ended up flying his own dad, it seems, which is upsetting. The harvester. Oh god, I've got to figure these out now. Okay. The grip for holding. The neck, the tine, the ferrule, the transmitter, the safeguard. The neck is extendable for use on bait fruit plants. Tine keeps Ray's range to about hand's length. Let's see. Yeah, they have a marking on them. So which part's the part that has the marking on it usually? It's on the little shield looking bit. So that's the bins. They have those markings on them. So that is the tine. No. Ferrule. So that's the part that tells it to go to a specific bin. I think this is the safeguard. There's a big peace sign on it. And the tine. Be the bit sticking out the front. So there's that bit, and then there's that bit. There's the weird... This is a weird bit, the yellow bit, that nobody else has. See, that and that were replaced by that and that. So both pieces are replaced, so it's kind of hard to tell technically which one's which. I think everyone else has both components, so I can't really cross compare them. I'm gonna guess that this thing's the neck. Extendable for use on bait fruit plants doesn't tell me a lot, but it's like it's very neck-y. Is that the grip? Might be that this is the neck and this is the grip. And this is the transmitter with part that looks like a handle? Okay. It says pointed at ground during use. So I'm like, that's the only part that's pointed down. It's the part that looks like a handle. So I guess that's the transmitter. The funky bit is the part you hold on to. This is the neck, which changes, which can like extend apparently. Everything else made sense from the get-go, more or less. Okay. Blah blah modified the blah blah blah. It's blah 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 blah. Okay, I believe that it is Ethan Lervel modified the tine of a harvester to extend its range. In the process, the safeguard was also modified. While in the... aimed at the... Okay, yeah, so it's Ethan Lervel. While in the glut fruit orchard. A glut fruit orchard, I guess. Okay. Aimed a harvester at... I'm not going to say his dad. I'm going to say a... Which part was that area? It's the red stuff, right? It's growing out of him. The red stuff is the bait fruit. A bait fruit plant. Lurvel was behind the plant, and so was fused with it. There we go. First try on that bit. I was able to correctly identify pretty much everything that was going on. You've solved the scenario. Ethan Lurvel wanted to prove that he and his family were assets to the orchard, so he created a more effective harvester. However, in the process he made it much more dangerous next time he killed his father. Afterwards, Sentinels arrived to investigate the accident. Whoops. Oh my god. Work chat. Top 3 highlights from last night's drinks event, go. Easy. Loverboy serenading you over the PA system. Please do not remind me. Keep dreaming, sweetheart. Moving on, how about your flawless impression of Tala? You sneezed without authorization. Prepare to be vaporized. My masterpiece. That was amazing. Speaking of Tala's wrath, how could we forget the old-timer's speech about ending the restraint policy? I was merely being ironic. It was quite the manifesto. Soon, all Lemurians will agree we have the power, but are unwilling to use it. This cannot stand. The strong must dominate the weak. So much fuss over a drunken joke. Joke or not, we might have to tell Mommy and Daddy. Better safe than sorry. No, please, I beg you. Tala has no sense of humor. Relax, they're messing with you. We all know that you would never have meant something like that. Oh, right. Of course. Very droll. Aha. Uh-huh. He completely means it, and it's going to inform the rest of this chapter, isn't it?